Hey everyone, today's my first track day of the season and my first time at the Ridge Motorsports Park in about 8 or 9 years. The Ridge is one of my favorite tracks and I used to do about 10 to 15 days here every season, but work, kids, life happens. In any case, I'm super stoked to be back in the seat and driving one of my favorite tracks. The Ridge was designed by Steve Crawford, the same track designing savant who designed another of my favorite tracks, Thunder Hill. Unlike Thunder Hill, if you put the car in the right place, the Ridge pulls you, it leads you, it accelerates you through nearly all the turns and up and down the elevation changes. The Ridge consists of 8 turns to the right and 8 turns to the left over a 2.47 mile road course with 300 feet of elevation change. It's nestled into the forest just outside of Shelton, Washington, in a truly picturesque setting with the Olympic Mountains and Mount Rainier visible above the evergreens from various points on the track. Like I said, I haven't been to the Ridge much the past 8 or 9 years, and last year I only made it out to Pacific Raceway twice. So I know I'm going to be rusty, which is why I decided to run in the intermediate group. Should be fun anyway, and it'll give me time and space to rediscover the track and the optimal line through each turn. According to Wikipedia, the track record is 1 minute and 31, just over 1 minute and 31, and it's held by Mark Ullman, and his blistering lap time was set by a Stohr S-T-O-H-R WF1 race car. And while my Julia is a beast, she's still a daily driving sedan and mostly stock. LapMeta.com says the average lap time is 1 minute and 55 seconds. If I can get anywhere close to this, especially after a several-year hiatus from the Ridge, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to talk you through my fast lap and where I know I should be. Doesn't mean I actually get it done, however. You're going to see me make all kinds of mistakes and the car often isn't where it should be on the track. I'm running with Tom Pritchett's Turn 2 Club and I want to give him a shout out. For the last 10 years or so, he's been hosting the Camp Good Times annual drive-a-thon. Tom, the Ridge, safety personnel, and drivers donate their time to raise money for pediatric cancer camp. For one day a year, drivers share their cars and an on-track experience with kids and their families suffering from cancer. Over $500,000 have been raised and hundreds of kids have been taxied around the Ridge in Porsches, BMWs, Alfas, Corvettes, Mustangs, McLarens, Lambos, and more. DM me if you'd like to get involved. Down the front straight, I'm hard on the accelerator until I hit 140. Any faster and it feels unstable headed into turn 1. I brush the brakes, downshift from 6th to 3rd before turning in. I hit the apex and let the car drift to the middle of the track before turning towards turn 2 and up the hill. I can't see over the crest, but I know there's blacktop on the other side, so I point the nose right at the candy stripe at the top of the hill on the passenger side. I try to keep it tight on the exit at 3 because it sets me up beautifully for turns 4 and 5. Then it's a straight shot to turn 6, the carousel. It's a double apex corner and I'm trying to put the car in about the middle of the track, favoring the outside of the turn slightly. I've turned in too early on this lap and I can see it because I'm pretty far left still. As I come down the hill from 7, I hit the brakes late and hard. I downshift quickly and get the car turned towards 8. I'm trying to take the shortest distance again and keep the car tight through 8A and AB and get on the throttle quickly and then let the car drift out towards the driver's side of the track. 9 and 10 are flat out corners, and when I start 7 off in the right place, it feels like the track is pulling me through 8A, 8B, 9 and 10. Blasting into the braking zone at turn 11, the thumb, I try to get my Julia slowed down and give it a hard late turn to the left, rolling throttle in one clean, smooth motion at the apex. For turn 12, I move back to the left side of the track and try to put my wheels right on the white line. I try to open up the radius of the turn as much as I can so I can get back on the throttle quickly. Turn 13 is probably the slowest corner in all of Washington State. It's a very straight braking zone and I hit the brakes hard and late, turn in and aim for the apex at the curve. I drop down the hill and turn in too early and hit the knobby candy stripe before setting up in about the middle of the track to get ready for 15. I'm trying to modulate the throttle all the way through 15 while aiming for the apex of 16, and then I drift out to the left side of the front straight, getting to full throttle as quickly as I can. By my 3rd session of the day, I'm consistently between 158 and 159. Not bad for the first time back at the Ridge and for the first track day of the year. I know I can do better. I turned in a 153 in my E92 M3, which only has about 75% of the power as my Julia. It's a good reason to get back here as soon as possible.